We're at the Jefferson County District Court in Louisville, Kentucky, and Judge Sandra McLaughlin is hearing arguments as to whether or not the defendant, Ricky McAllister, should be held in contempt of court for a failure to comply to a court-ordered drug treatment.
I mean, that's where we are, and the court should deny the Commonwealth's motion to hold him in contempt. We don't have any evidence.
Okay, what's the county's position?
Judge, this defendant 8 times over has failed to comply. I don't know why he's failed to comply. He's failed to comply because he doesn't want to do it. He's failed to comply because he doesn't want to pay for it. He's failed to comply because he's an alcoholic.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. But that's why the legislature has shifted the burden to the defendant to show cause. Now, that's what he was supposed to do on August 29th, and he willfully failed to appear in court. Now, do I have to prove why he willfully failed to appear in court? No, of course not, because he didn't.
We don't
and
know
that's
that he
why
failed to
I'm
appear.
talking here.
I'm sorry, I have an objection.
And that's why the legislature has shifted the burden, and he can.
What is your objection, Mr.
notice to the Attorney General, like the law
things that are
says.
not in evidence. Mr. Fleck is arguing things that he doesn't know. Mr. Fleck,
I'm arguing things I don't know. I've forgotten more than you will ever know, buddy boy.
Mr. Fleck.
I object to that. I take great umbrage of somebody coming in here and trying to disparage my knowledge and my reputation when he is still wet behind the ears.
Mr. Fleck,
I've been doing this a whole lot longer than he's been even on this planet.
Okay, have a seat. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to recess until 1 o'clock. We'll see you back at 1 o'clock. Thank you.
Judge, I'll be here. I can't be here at 1.
You need to be here. You're ordered here to be at 1 o'clock.
Well, I'm supposed to have lunch with my mom in 1 minute.
Bring your mom.
You want me to call my mom and tell her I'm going to stand her up for lunch because of Mr. McAllister?
You can tell her you have to work. You want to make it 12. You can make it 1:30. But the court is going to work. I'm recessing until.
You're going to make me stand up my own mother, my 83-year-old mother, who's waiting at a restaurant for me to show up.
You know why? Because I think it's important for Mr. McAllister to get this matter resolved.
Well, if he wanted to get it resolved, he had 9 opportunities to do so.
I understand that. We'll see you back at 1 o'clock.
Well, for the record, I think this is.
Mr. Fleck, we'll start when you are back here, so enjoy your lunch with your mother.
After lunch with Mom, they're back in court.
We're still on the record. There's been a motion for contempt. Mr. Fleck, did you want to make a statement?
I do, Judge. I'd like to apologize for my outburst at 12:15. I think I was being needled by counsel incessantly, and the very thought of me standing up my mother.
Let me stop you right there. If you're going to make an apology, I don't need it. You don't need to talk about anybody else's behavior but your own.
I would apologize for my behavior, my outburst. The thought of my mother being stood up for lunch, I have no way to get a hold of her. She does not have a cell phone. Was more than I could stand, and I reacted to that situation poorly. And I would ask the court's forgiveness, deeply apologetic for my outburst.
Because of his outburst, Bob Fleck is fired from the county attorney's office.